It's time now for our keys to the game. They're brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Nolan Boyd, yeah, we welcome Matthew Boyd back to the Cubs rotation, and he'll be looking to nullify those Philly bats. Thou shall pass. The Cubs were 10 walks in the ball game last night. They have the third highest walk rate in Major League Baseball. That's been a big part of their success. And Seiya Suzuki went deep last night for the first time this year. A blast out onto Waveland Avenue, and they tend to come in bunches for Suzuki, so maybe Suzuki's got a long ball in mind here this evening.
So the key was walking, and we showed people walking.
Yeah.
Coming up, we got lineups and first pitch. Cubs and the Phillies. Matthew Boyd on the hill.
In 1970.
Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by the Bob Locurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Circus Sports. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. Welcome back. We get ready for baseball. Chilly night here at Wrigley. Phillies and Cubs. Time to send it downstairs and check in with the third member of our crew, Lance Brozdowski.
Thanks so much, Boog. Matthew Boyd on the bump today has been activated from the IL in a corresponding move. Luke Little has been optioned back to AAA. Matthew Boyd last pitched on Thursday in Columbus. He threw 64 pitches for the Chicago Cubs. Tonight, the expectation is that he will be around 80 pitches. I expect to see Ben Brown at some point later in this game as well. A lot of Cubs stepped up in the absence of guys like Cade Horton and especially Matthew Boyd, but I don't think anybody's complaining about getting this lefty back on the bump tonight, Boog.
Yeah, you're not kidding. The pitching has been excellent, and now they get one of their top starters back. Boyd, an all-star a season ago, and it's been a little while for him, JD.
Yeah, just being cautious that biceps, I don't even know if we'd call it a strain, but just, he's feeling a little bit sluggish, a little dead arm, and they decided to shut him down for a little while. He said if it was later in the season, he would have continued to pitch. 45.9% strikeout rate. That's kind of fun. 2 starts, 9 1/3 innings. He struck out 17. If he's able to sustain that, he's going to set all kinds of world records. And he's been really good here in this home ballpark. 17 starts at Wrigley, and you see an ERA of 2.91.
All right, so Boyd tonight getting to start against the Phillies, and their lineup brought to you by Ford. Kyle Schwarber gets his first start of the year in left field, and Rob Thompson deciding to put him into the leadoff spot. It'll be Turner hitting second, and then Bryce Harper, Reyes, Garcia, and Bohm, Sosa, Crawford, and Rafael Marchand, as the Phillies had to put JT Realmuto on the IL with that back issue he'd been dealing with. With Matthew Boyd on the hill, good time to remind you, AbbVie and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. For each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley Field this season, AbbVie will donate $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities.
As always, a nice round of applause for Kyle Schwarber as he steps in.
Love that. Schwarber's at 217, does have 8 homers, 15 knocked in, keeps taking his walks, on base 363. And a fastball at 94 pumped in for a strike, and we are underway here on the north side. And that breaking ball in there for a strike.
You see fastballs 93 to 95 miles per hour from Boyd, mostly 4-seamers. He likes to climb the ladder with that pitch.
Got him to swing and miss. 3 pitches, and he's gone.
Well, he knows he's only got about 80 pitches to play with here tonight, so why mess around? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. See you later, Schwarbs. And Boyd off to a good start here tonight.
And so the lefty, 35 years old, from Sammamish, Washington. Grew up a huge Mariners fan. And Boyd pumps in a strike to Turner.
Changeup will be more in play against the right-handed hitters than the lefties. There's one right there.
Pretty wild. Boyd has faced 38 batters so far this year, and he struck out 18 of them.
So Turner in his first at bat last night having a difficult time picking up the split finger pitch from Imanaga. He ultimately worked a walk in that plate appearance.
Hammers that one right field. Suzuki waits and makes the grab.
But as the night wore on, Shota just wasn't feeling really comfortable with his splitter, so he kind of went to a more of a plan B approach. Didn't get a lot of swings and misses, but still pitched 7 outstanding innings.
Yeah, got a lot of contact on the ground. Two away, and now it's Bryce Harper, who homered last night. And Harper doing the DHing as he comes up empty. That slider from Matthew. And now an 0-1. Fouled into the mitt of Amaya. Bryce Harper, 2 times he's won the MVP, an All-Star 8 times, and a Rookie of the Year to boot. Boyd ready. 0-2 on the way. Cubs have won 7 in a row. The Phillies have lost 7 in a row. Boyd says yes and deals. And a little roller along third. And there's our guy Nick pouncing on it. There he is. He's got some new Jordans in there.
Yeah,
sweet.
Really quick first step.
No question. And second step. And he's got his show shades on. Oh, 2. And that's too high.
Matthew Boyd's fun to watch pitch because he has good stuff, but he really knows how to pitch. You can kind of follow along and see what he's trying to do in terms of the way he mixes in his fastball and his breaking stuff. Some guys you watch him and you go, well, they're just throwing stuff up there. They're just trying to outstuff guys, and then guys like Boyd, you watch him pitch and you kind of understand what he's trying to do.
2-2. Boyd says no, now says yes. That's inside. Did it hit him or was it foul? It's foul.
Well, we heard he's playing a little more golf these days.
Yeah.
Working on his putting a little bit. Yeah. Amaya.
I think that got him twice. How's that
pretty good
for
stroke?
him?
Yeah, it's a pretty good stroke, I would say.
2-2. Little roller. Boyd can't get it. Horner does and throws out Bryce Harper. More good defense from the Cubs. Nico will lead it off when we come back. Back at Wrigley here on a Wednesday night. It's Earth Day. And how about the Cubs batting order? It'll go Horner, Bregman, and Happ, Suzuki, Bush, Swanson, Ballesteros, Amaya, and Pete Crow, Armstrong. Nico Horner off to a magnificent start. Yes, at 9:34. He'll face Kyle Backus.
Here for a good time, not a long time. He's the opener here tonight. It's probably just one and done for Backus. And then we expect to see Taijuan Walker, the veteran, as their bulk guy. Nico just eating lefties for lunch since the beginning of last year, hitting .374 against the Portsiders. Talked about his game with the bat, in the field, on the bases, does it all. Another outstanding defensive play. He made a couple here the other night. They were just 5-star highlight reel plays.
Yeah, it is a treat for us to watch The Cubs middle guys play defense. Ball and a strike. Towards the hole, left side. It kicks off Bohm into left. And a turn for Horner as Schwarber able to gather it in.
Ball maybe had some top spin that fooled Bohm a little bit. Looked like he was in position to make the play there. Just couldn't reach it. That'll be a knock.
First one in for a strike to Bregman.
Numbers getting better for Bregman. Still looking for more in the slugging department. Had a couple doubles here in game 1 of the series. Deep drive to center last night. Marsh made a heck of a play on him.
That's up the middle, and that will get through. Horner around second. Nico racing for third, and they're at the corners. Right away, the Cubs first and third, and nobody out.
Yeah, when you're hot, you're hot. And the Cubs are hot right now. A couple ground balls find holes, and just like that, first and third, nobody out. Backus turns one over, a little change up. Again, this ball's got some top spin. It gives it a little extra juice as it shoots through the middle of the diamond. And Backus, he leaves it alone, as we talk so often about. Let it go. Let those guys behind you make plays, but nobody was there to make a play for him.
2 on. Here's Ian Happ. And there's a strike. Our plate umpire tonight is John Bacon. Hunter Wendelstedt at first. Edwin Moscoso at second. Vic Carapazza at third. On the ground to the right side. Sosa to Turner for one. Safe at first. As the run comes in, it's 1-0 Cubs. Half the RBIs, he beats the Rat.
Well, just like that, the Cubs get the jump here in the bottom half of the first inning. A couple of singles and a ground ball. Phillies more than willing to trade a couple outs for a run there, but they only got the one.
So a man aboard, and here is Seiya. He tattooed one last night. First offering misses. Again, Backus the opener. Taijuan Walker continues to get loose out in the pen. Suzuki hits it in the air, foul down the right side, and that will get out of play.
Say obviously got a late start to the season due to the injury, so he hasn't had a ton of playing time yet. And the power showed up in a big way last night. He absolutely pulverized that baseball. He hit it so hard it smelled bad.
You think that's what he's saying?
I don't think so. That might have been in.
Was not a strike. Man at first, one out. 1-2 to say it. Nope.
It's interesting. One of the reasons why the Phillies are using an opener here tonight, because Taijuan Walker has just been brutal in the first inning of his starts. So and a little different dynamic here tonight, and they give up a run anyway. Walker's first inning ERA is 24.75.
And Suzuki will challenge.
Batter challenging, strike 3.
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and Suzuki is out. It's a strike.
Well, it's confirmed. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
And the batter now will be Michael Busch. Busch Had a big 2-run single in the 6th last night. Fouls that one off. That's in there for a strike.
Push, he got about 3/4 of the way to the helmet and then thought better of it. Watch. Strike. Chow. No, never mind.
0-2, man at first, 2 down.
How about John Bacon back there with no sleeves tonight, huh? It's cold out, John Bacon.
Bacon. Yeah, the rest of the umps are bundled up. There he is. To the right side, Reyes. Pushes out. The Cubs pick up a run and have a 1-0 lead as we go to the 2nd.
At Bob Curcio Auto.
3 hits in 1 run, walked just 1, and struck out only 1. A different approach from the savvy left-hander. And here he is showing up at the ballpark today.
Yes.
Sam took a photo, and he's rocking a little Watch Marquee hat.
Where did he get that?
He knows people.
Scotty Shaggs hooked him up. Felix Reyes here as Boyd gets back to work. Dribbler, third base side. Swanson charges. And Reyes is safe.
Gonna be an infield hit for the big fella. And he just lost the handle on the exchange.
I initially thought Bregman was going to play that. So infield hit.
Yes. Big man, but he got a pretty good break out of the box. But that's a play Dansby's normally going to make.
That's in there for a strike to Adolis Garcia. Garcia is beginning with the Phils, has been bumpy. 210 with a couple of homers. He likes to swing.
I'm sure Reyes has been clued in on the Matthew Boyd pickoff move. But as clued in as guys are, he still picks them off.
Yep. Yeah, led the bigs. He had more than a number of teams. Back.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure on the get back coach when Matthew Boyd's out there. Paco Figueroa, the first base coach for the Phillies. You see, Reyes never takes his eyes off him. Typically what we see is a base runner will turn his eyes towards home because that's what they're trained to do. You track the pitcher, and then when he's going home, you look towards home plate to see what's going to happen with the ball possibly in play. But if they look away too soon, a lot of times that's when he gets them.
2-2, man at first, nobody out. Boyd deals. Sliced foul, and that will get out of play. And Boyd with 11 pickoffs last year. He's already got 1 this year. Foul back.
Reyes basically leaning back and stepping back towards first base as the pitch is being delivered. And that's probably the right play for him. He's not looking to steal a base anyway. It's one thing if you're a base stealer and you've got to be a little adventurous out there to get picked. But if larceny is not the plan, you're better off being very cautious.
Swing and a miss. And Garcia is gone as they punch out El Bombi.
El Bombi went after a fastball about nose high. And the anguish. That's a great shot. It's the reaction shot of Garcia. What am I doing swinging at that?
Boyd turns his lights out. El Bombi is the light bulb.
I did read about that. And why is he the light bulb?
It's not because he hits bombs
Something
or because he
shape.
lights up the skies. Because when he was a kid, one of his friends thought his head looked like
a light bulb.
The shape of a light bulb.
Yeah,
that's the way kids are.
And that's
the way the
nicknames,
good nicknames are, though, man.
They come from we're strange places.
Because it's one of those. Now you're looking at him, and it's like, well, his head doesn't look like a light bulb, but back then it did, and then it sticks, and now he's got an arm guard that says El Bombi on it.
Yeah, we had a kid in our neighborhood. He was football head. Actually, brothers. I think they both were football head, but one more so than the other. It has been a mighty struggle for Alec Bohm. $128.
He's 2 for his last 39, and $128, by the way, is the lowest average in the majors among qualified.
He had a real good spring, and folks were optimistic that he'd have a good year. He's got plenty of time.
That's in there for a strike.
Had a nice year last year. Hit 287, 331 on base.
Popped up, foul ground, Amaya, and it'll drop down about the 3rd row and then bounce back out of play.
Getting a foul ball brings so much joy to people. I'm watching the guy that got that down there, and it's just a love fest. That's where it bounced, and then about 10 rows back is where it ended up. That guy,
there he is. He's still excited,
still fired up.
Good.
I love it.
3-2. Foul back.
Oh man! Now this guy just went diving for the ball. People are hungry. People have come ready to play here tonight. I think this 7-game winning streak's got everybody fired up.
They're locked in.
Yeah.
1 out, man at first. 1-0 Cubs. 3-2. Line drive and a base hit into right field. Reyes towards second. Suzuki fires it in. 2 on and 1 out.
So Boyd beat Garcia with a high fastball. This one not quite as high, and Bohm able to get on top of it and line it to right. Good swing path for that high fastball, and a good approach to try to hit it the other way. Try to pull that one, and it's probably a fly ball to PCA out there.
And now Edmundo Sosa gets the start at second base here tonight. Bryson Stott sits. And a slow curve drops in for a strike. Sosa, originally signed out of Panama, he debuted with the Cardinals in 2018. He came over to the Phillies in July of 2022, and he's been with them ever since. Gives them positional versatility. He hits lefties pretty well. Reyes at second, Bohm at first. One down here in inning number 2. Yeah, the slug really gets pumped up against the lefties. And he can play second, short, and third. 0-2 now. And Boyd will step off and go knock some of that dirt off of his spikes.
And Rob Thompson, you know, he's trying to find some answers. His club really struggling. Bryson Stott, left-handed hitter, is a great defender out at second base, but he's trying to get a better option offensively in the lineup, so he turns to Sosa. I mean, Sosa's a good defender, but he's not Stott out at second base. They got Reyes, the rookie, over at first base. I'm not sure they feel real comfortable with that. That guy Schwarber in left tonight, so you know it's not a great defensive look that they've run out there tonight. Real Muto's on the IL, so they got a lot of things going on, this Phillies club.
Well, they have allowed the highest batting average on balls in play of any big league team, and more often than not it's tied to bad luck, but it's also usually going to be tied at least in part to defense.
Yeah, plays not made, right? Lack of range, bad jumps, late throws, that kind of stuff. Not errors necessarily, just
right.
Plays not made.
Reyes at second, Bohm at first. Boyd 1-2. Way high, snap throw to first. And back in there safely is Alec Bohm.
You see Michael Busch break as the pitch is delivered. Timing play. It can be called by either the first baseman or the catcher.
It's a little bit low. And now it's filled up 3-2. One out, 2 aboard. Cubs have a 1-0 lead. Matthew Boyd has run into some trouble here. Payoff pitch. Laced out into left center field. That's going to touchdown, and that'll roll to bang up against the bullpen door. Reyes in to score. Bohm stops at third. Sosa into second with an RBI double, and it's 1-1.
Ivy out for a visit. 3-2 fastball, pretty much right through the heart of the plate at 93 miles per hour. Job by Ian Happ getting this ball back in, so only the 1 run could score.
So the meeting on the mound.
Cubs keep the middle infielders back, and they're pinching at the corners. Crawford, a speed guy in the box.
Yeah, that's in for a strike to Justin Crawford. The Phillies, by the way, had been 0 for 27 with runners in scoring position. They finally deliver in that spot, and that was in game 1 of the series against the Cubs back on April 14th.
I think two things there, right? Obviously, they haven't come through in those situations. Also, they haven't had a lot of opportunities, just haven't had a lot of traffic.
Yeah. Dribbled right side. Horner charges, gets rid of it, gets the out at first. And the run comes in. The Phillies have the lead.
Yeah. So a little roller to shortstop for a base hit gets the inning started. Now this little chopper gets one home. Don't have a lot of time to waste with Crawford going down the line. He can really scoot, but they got him. Nice play. Second nice play by Nico here tonight.
First offering in for a strike to Rafael Marchand. Switch hitter batting right. The 1-1 misses. 2 balls and a strike on the catcher.
Marchand has to be feeling like he's going to get a pitch to hit here with Kyle Schwarber on deck.
The 2-1.
Found the zone with a changeup.
It's just wild, right? Though it's a 2-1 changeup to the number 9 hitter.
Yeah, with a very dangerous hitter on deck. So it speaks to the guys don't like to throw fastballs when they don't have leverage, and confidence in the off-speed stuff.
Fly ball left field. Happ is there. Well, back in 2021, Chris Bryant with Kyle Schwarber in left. Some presents, some candy, some gum. Schwarber saying, thanks, KB. So far tonight, none of those hijinks. It's been a while. Kyle hasn't played left field since August 23rd of last year.
He's tying his shoe as the first pitch of the inning was made.
Two balls, no strikes to count.
Schwarber's like, thank goodness he didn't hit it out here.
Do we have a challenge? I think we do.
Catcher is challenging the ball.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it's a ball.
Call is confirmed. Philadelphia has 1 challenge remaining.
It's a pretty aggressive challenge at this stage of the ball game. As you look at the numbers on the veteran right-hander Taijuan Walker, he's made 4 starts. He's got an ERA of 9.16. I talked about his first inning problems. 11 first inning runs allowed in those 4 starts. Changing things up for him here, using an opener tonight. See if that helps.
That's to third where Bohm handles, and Swanson retired, one away.
Feels like Walker's been in the league forever.
Yes.
He's 33 years old. He debuted at the age of 20 with the Mariners back in 2013. Around 12 years of major league service time. And he's one of those kitchen sink guys now. He throws everything up there.
High fly ball out towards left field. Schwarber has it. Time for Home Depot working on a win, and now the Cubs have been working on wins. Bottom of the order. Highest on base percentage from the 7, 8, 9 spots combined. Only the Dodgers higher than the Cubs. 344 for the Dodgers. It's 385. That's entering today, and it's brought to you by Home Depot.
We talk a lot about the length of this Cub lineup. That's a high one, Boog.
Oh boy. Crawford off his glove. And Amaya keeps running and gets to second.
By Wrigley standards, it's not that windy here tonight. There is a breeze for sure. He had a long way to go. He's calling it. He's, I got it, I got it, I got it. Should have been saying, I'll try it, I'll try it, I'll try it. And after that lengthy journey, he comes up empty, and Cubs have a man in scoring position on the E8.
And now we'll see if PCA can make him pay. Splitter for a strike.
Yeah, so he's going to go fastball at 91, 92 miles an hour. A lot of sinkers, splitter, cutter, curve, slider. You name it, he throws it.
That's drilled to center. Crawford back some more. It's over his head and off the wall. And PCA into second.
That ball blistered by PCA. 108.8 miles per hour off the bat. The splitter, and it hung, and it was crushed, and it's a double. And it's brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Crawford initially froze, and then tried to recover and could not.
Pete's playing the piano too, like Nico.
Yeah, and doing the stinky thing too. The Phillies have had a hard time scoring runs. The pitching has not been good, and the defense has let them down as well. Cubs with an unearned run here in the second, and an opportunity for another one.
Fly ball right field. Adolis Garcia has it. Corner retired. Well, the Phillies make an error. The Cubs capitalize. Pete Crow Armstrong. It's an RBI double, and we're tied at 2.
Something that I enjoy thinking about a lot, because I feel like in development we've maybe figured out velocity for the most part, but command is something that if you talk to people in baseball is a little bit more ambiguous in terms of how to solve. I was talking to a former director of pitching the other day who told me he thinks it boils down to some advanced stuff. Number one, the inner ear, which is something that has to do kind of with how your head moves, helps your balance, your eyesight, and the awareness of your body. But one of my favorite nuggets I've ever gotten on this topic is from the Phillies pitching coach Caleb Cotham, who told me at the winter meetings a couple years ago that he thinks the best pitchers in baseball in terms of command are those that are good at ping pong, of all things. Boog.
Ping pong.
That's what he told me.
Wow. All right.
inner ear linked to pitching command.
Yeah.
Wow. That's how do you measure that?
How do you measure the inner ear?
Yeah, I mean, whether you have, is that scouts come in and hey, let me spin you around 5 times and see if you can walk a straight line.
The 2-2.
I love the ping pong notion.
I would say this, and I'm interested to get both of your takes, Lance, you and JD. But look, if we're going to be in a time where everybody's stepping on the gas to throw as hard as they can for as long as they can. 3-2 on the ground to first. Bush will take it himself, and Schwarber is out. If we're going to sit and make velocity the priority, then what the parameters for success are around command compared to 15, 20 years ago have got to be different, right? If you're going to ask guys to throw as hard as they possibly can, then you can't expect them to throw it into a teacup, can you?
Well, no, but that was something you would aspire to. No matter how hard you threw, you're going to be better if you can command that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And those are the best guys, right? They're the ones that can do both. They have velo, they have movement, and they have command. But I think the point you're making is we've gotten to a point in the sport now where we value velocity to a point where we're willing to trade off that command, because we know that velocity plays. We know that it impacts the game in a big way.
0-2. I want to get Lance on it. Here's a pitch. That's upstairs. Lance, what's your take?
Yeah, I think that one of the things I've been noticing is that the zone has shrunk, which is something I imagine I'll hit on at some point in this game. And I do think with the implementation of ABS, perhaps we get some league incentives from a development standpoint to find pitchers who are able to, as JD's saying, throw hard and keep the ball in the zone.
Swanson overthrowing Bush as he had to play that hop, get rid of it in a hurry with Turner running.
This time they're going to charge Dansby with an error. He waits back on this one to get that convenient hop, so he knows he has to hurry the throw with Turner going down the line. And I think if he had to do it all over again, maybe he charges that ball a little bit more. And, so he's clearly frustrated. His night defensively not going well so far, and that's a really weird thing to say because he's one of the best.
First one to Harper, misses down and in. And that's a strike. Harper is going to challenge, taps his helmet.
Challenging a strike.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
He's wrong. They're out of challenges.
He's wrong. They're out of challenges.
Call is confirmed. Philadelphia's out of challenges.
The 1-1.
Swing and a foul. Just to follow up with our conversation on velocity and command. Well, Kyle Hendricks is here doing his thing, and after every one of these great starts, the narrative would be, see, velocity's overrated. And how much of a unicorn was Kyle Hendricks, right? I mean, there wasn't many like him around in the game. And I promise you, Kyle Hendricks wishes he could have thrown 94 miles an hour to go along with that great command. That combo would have been headed to the Hall of Fame.
In the dirt. Yeah, people like to use outliers as a counter to a point.
Yeah. Right, and it's not. It's kind of a unicorn of sorts.
Swing and a miss. He went left on left, change up, and strikes out Harper.
Strikeout number 3 for Boyd. There's a good look at that circle change grip. Gutsy pitch, well executed.
Reyes fouls that one away, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Let's send it down to Lance.
Yeah, quick nugget. Phillies are out of challenges here. I spoke to one organization that did a study at AAA last year that saw when a team runs out of challenges, the umpire's zone actually expands. So perhaps that's something to watch rest of game here.
Interesting. Oh-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Boyd pitches around the error by Swanson and collects strikeout number 4. Tied at 2 here at Wrigley. Thanks. Bregman happens. Suzuki against Taijuan Walker. Alex with a single his first time. Last 2 games he's looked much better at the plate. Last night a single that was solidly struck, 2 walks, and then that absolute missile to center field that was in the 100 mph and 20-degree launch angle area. High fly ball center field. Crawford back at the track near the wall, and that one is off the top of the wall. Bregman around second, on his way to third as the throw comes in. And we'll see if they're going to look at that. How close did that come to get now?
Yeah, well, the only way it could do what it did is it hits the yellow line. It hits the top of the basket. That council's going to ask the umpires to take a look.
Oh my!
And that's
gosh.
how close. I mean, one more French fry with lunch, and that's a homer. You know, it's weird. It's the kind of play you see that and you go, I've never seen that before, but we have seen that here before. Not a lot.
Not very much.
Maybe once every couple of years, if that.
After review the call, the field is confirmed. The ball is alive and in play. Runners on third base.
Well, 3-base hit for Alex Bregman, and triples are brought to you by Invesco QQQ, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Man on third base, nobody out. That guy should come home about 83.7% of the time. Play that piano, Alex. I promise you they're not playing a piano, but that's my interpretation.
I know what it is. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, it's new. Is it a whammy? Tell me after Ian drives in this run.
Okay.
RBI last time on a fielder's choice ground ball for Happ.
Happ an RBI fielder's choice, and right there takes a strike.
5 for 12 on the homestand with a couple of home runs.
Slice the other way, base hit. Ian Happ drives home the run, and the Cubs have the lead. It's 3-2.
That's the way to cash in that leadoff triple. Good solid line drive single the other way from Ian Happ. Wait. Remember a couple years ago in spring training, we had Nico Horner on the air with us. He said, if you spin it in the zone to Ian, you're asking for trouble. All right, so what's the whammy? What's the little hand sign they do?
All right, so they're not actually playing the piano.
No. Typing their resume?
They're typing.
Are they really?
And welcome into the Budweiser broadcast booth.
That's not typing.
Cubs fans for over 150 years. This Bud's for you. They're typing. So there was a song a couple years ago. Marshawn runs out of room, and the title of the song was "Type Stuff," only it's not stuff.
Okay.
And it's sort of there's a slang the kids tell me, yeah, and so it's basically I like that type of stuff, and that's what that's what the song was, and that's sort of what they're doing.
Okay.
To the right side, but it's not stuff. You get what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah, I didn't fall off the turnip truck.
Well, you don't see a lot of turnip trucks.
No, you don't. No.
You know?
Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I saw a turnip truck.
Yeah. Emily, how'd I do with that? Thank you.
She can translate. She's up to Gen Z or.
First one to Bush is in for a strike. The last double play, 535th, turned by a Turner. And that's the most turned by any Turner, more than Terry, more than Justin. Terry
Turner was the fellow that Jose Ramirez just passed for all-time games played for the Cleveland franchise. Yeah,
that's right.
So it's interesting the point Lance made about the challenges and the zone getting bigger. I know that was a talking point in spring training for a lot of clubs. They wanted to, the thought was let's hang on to a challenge to keep the umpires honest. I don't think the umpires are deliberately making the zone bigger once you're out of challenges. I just think it's, human nature maybe to be less diligent when you can't be questioned.
In the air, left field, pretty well struck. It's back. It's gone. First of the year, Michael Bush, rub your belly.
Well, how good does that feel for Michael Bush? It has been a mighty struggle for him. He had that base hit that played at 2 last night. That was just a little flare to center. And this time he stings it for his first home run of the year. High fives and hugs coming his way as he makes his way down the gauntlet of love in that home dugout.
Just a matter of time. That guy has been an absolute stud the last 2 years, JD. He's put up monster numbers, and I'm sure it's at times been stressful for him the beginning of this year, but slowly but surely it's gotten better. And this one to center for Crawford. Cubs pick up 2, Bregman a triple, and then Happ knocks him in, and then Michael Bush. Hello, left field bleachers. First of the year for 2. The start of the 25 season. You guys with more homers than Bush, Matt Olson, and Pete Alonso. That's it. Got 35 of them. Tied with Nick Kurtz. That's drilled left field, curling down the line, and that one is fair and gone.
No, Ian Happ's got it foul. I trust Ian. I think we're going to talk about this one. I think it hit that green pole. You could hear it hit the pole, and I think that may have influenced Vic Carapazza here. But I think it hit the green pole to the left of the foul pole. Watch, track it here. Oh yeah, that's. It hit something. It hit that back wall there. You can hear the doink, but it. Oh, yeah. I guess that's a football term.
Doink.
Doink.
Who's your review of the home run call?
So they're going to go back to New York. But it looked very clear that.
Yeah, and I think, if you're the third base umpire and you turn around and sometimes you don't pick up that ball right away and you just make your best guess, and that's the beauty of the replay system, that this can be challenged.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The ball is foul.
Ball is foul.
Remember the umpire Ron Luciano?
Sure.
Big personality. Wrote a book, The Umpire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Full of anecdotes, fights with Earl Weaver and all kinds of. And he talks about plays like that. And he said the whole key to the umpires, just sell it. He said that happened to him a couple of times, and he would just start pointing and waving emphatically. And then the next thing you know, the manager's just screaming and sprinting at him. He's like, uh-oh, I blew it. And at that point, there was nothing you could do. Now they can fix it. They can get it right.
There's 0-2.
Played football at Syracuse University, I believe, Ron Luciano.
And I think he wrote more than one book.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, he was very popular on the banquet circuit.
Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Matthew Boyd. Garcia's gone. It's 5 strikeouts for Boyd,
and 3 in a row. Got Harper and Reyes 10 the third inning on changeups. This time he beats Garcia with a fastball, as he did last time he was up there. And just think about Garcia's trip to the plate this time. Thought he had himself a home run, and ultimately has to do the walk of shame back to the Philly dugout.
A curveball missing outside to Bohm. 1 out. Bases empty. Bohm a single his first time up.
Boyd was able to generate a lot of swings and misses in his 2 starts at the beginning of the season, and the same thing going on here tonight. 11 swings and misses so far.
Hopped up, right side. Bush has it. JD, you ready to play mound ball?
Oh, I'm anxious. Yeah, how we doing tonight?
It's time now to play mound ball, presented by Tasty Trade. If the ball stays on the mound, Cub season ticket holder Tony Dabulskis wins the $2,000 Tasty Trade jackpot. He won! Tony, congrats! You win tonight's edition of Mound Ball, presented by Tasty Trade. Stocks, options, futures, crypto, and that beautiful golf check.
He's got a little Brandon Marsh look going on out there.
He does. Thank you, John Bacon.
Paid to the order of Tony.
Paid to the order of. He's great. Two down, base is empty. And a sharp base hit out into left center field. Happ will pick it up and fire it in. A 2-out single. Sosa's 2 for 2.
And he smoked the ball both times. It was a 3-2 fastball. He doubled back in the second. And again, he gets one middle-ish up a little bit.
And now it's Justin Crawford who knocked in a run with a ground out his first time. 4-2. Cubs lead the Phillies. Cubs trying to make it 8 straight wins. The Phillies trying to avoid 8 straight losses. Deal 1 is fouled back.
Cubs entered play tonight 14-9. Game and a half behind the Reds in this rugged, robust NL Central.
It is robust. Dribble to the right side. Horner got a hustle. Out. Nice play by Nico. Let's see if they're going to look at it.
Got a feeling they're going to take a look at this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope.
They will not. Another fine play by Nico Horner. Ooh. How about best win percentage by division this year? And it's the Central of the National League by far, followed by the NL West and the East and Central and the AL. And the AL West, the worst winning. Everybody in the National League Central is over 500.
Yeah, and I think there's only one other division that has as many as 3 teams playing above 500.
As Steros takes a breaking ball outside, you know Mo likes the hack of that first pitch.
He does. He had one heck of a plate appearance yesterday with the bases loaded, drove in the first run of the game. He fell behind 0-2 and ultimately worked a walk.
And they made it 1-0. Phillies tied it. Hits it hard on the ground. Reyes knocks it down and gets it to Walker. Ballesteros retired. He's 0 for 2.
More hard contact from Mo, though. In other Central news, the Cardinals and the Reds both lost their games today. Cardinals got beat by the Marlins 4-1. Reds got upended by the Rays 6-1. Not that we're focusing on the scoreboard at this point in the season.
Scoreboard watching. There's the scoreboard. Let's watch it.
There you go. Watch it. Well, the most compelling story right now are the Mets, because they've lost 12 in a row. And currently tied 2-2 with the Twinkies.
Maya reached on an error by Crawford and scored in the second. Chases that time and he's gone.
Slider here from Walker gets the job done, just dipping down below the knees.
PCA with an RBI double, and Pete takes high for a ball.
Last night we threw a graphic up during the broadcast showing Bushy Seiya and PCA's home run totals from last year. They were all in the 30 home run club last season, and they'd only had one home run between the three of them this year. That was PCA's. So Seiya responded with a long ball last night. Bushy went deep tonight, so he's still smiling about it. And we pointed that out just to make the point that, the Cubs are scoring a bunch of runs these days. They're playing winning baseball, and these guys still haven't really hit their stride offensively, and it's coming.
The 2-1 the other way, you were saying?
Yeah. Looking for that positive regression. A ringing double last time, line drive single this time for Pete.
I think the hold the nose, the hold the nose is a separate.
Yeah, I'm kind of aware of what's going on with that.
It's like the swim dance. It's like a scuba diving dance on TikTok. JD calls it the stinky.
We had a coach in Houston. Was part of that organization for years and years. Matt Galante, you'd be familiar with Matt.
St. John's guy?
Yeah, and just a great baseball guy, just a wonderful human being. And he would give you that sign like after a bad start. Like the next day, you come walking through the dugout, and Matt would just hold his nose. It was like he wasn't pulling any punches.
Two outs, man at first. Popped up a mile high. Turner and Nico retired. The next generation of light beer. Matthew Boyd delivers down and in. Hard hit through the left side hole, and Marchand is aboard.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud. We were talking about swings and misses generated by Matthew Boyd. We'll take a look at it via StatCast 3D, and it's kind of like a Shota Imanaga, only it's not a splitter, it's a changeup down that gets a lot of chase, and the elevated fastball, occasionally the slider, but the four-seam fastball and the changeup too. Huge weapons for Boyd, especially against the right-handed batters. He's got to be getting close to his pitch limit here.
Yeah, Ben Brown has been up and looks to be close to ready.
Targeting around 80 pitches for Matthew tonight. He's at this pocket of hitters with Schwarber and Harper. He may stay through Harper, we'll see.
How do you think he's looked tonight?
He's looked good.
Boyd ready, deals. That's downstairs and outside. 2-1 on Schwarber, who's 0 for 2.
I think he would probably tell you that his command hasn't been great, but shape of the breaking ball and the changeup have looked good. The velo's been around 93 for the most part. See him do that when he gets into bad counts. He'll take a shot at trying to pick a guy off to try to help himself out defensively.
Marchand at first, nobody out. 3-1. On the ground to the right side. Horner to Swanson. And a Bush double play.
Well, that was the pitch of the night for him right there. As this night draws near an end, actually comes to an end. Big double play off the bat of Kyle Schwarber. Behind in the count to the big slugger. He gets a ground ball to Nico, and Kyle's done that a lot in this series. Ground balls to Horner, and they go 4-6-3 to clean it up.
Matthew Boyd done for the night. He'll get a nice hand from the crowd. Welcome back, Matthew. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Thirds. He was up 2 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 5, didn't walk anyone, and Tommy Hotovy going over some stuff.
Yeah, there would have been a wrestling match back in the day. You're talking during the break.
Yes.
4 2/3, a third of an inning away from qualifying for a win. With 2 outs and nobody on base. It just didn't happen. It wouldn't happen. Manager would leave you out there to try to qualify for that win, but that's not the manager's job. His job is not to get you wins personally. It's to get the team wins, and to a certain extent to keep you healthy too. And
yes.
The modern pitcher gets all that. I don't think Matthew probably wishes he'd been able to get through 5, but I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think that most of these guys now know that they're not being evaluated on wins. They're not getting paid on wins. So I think that they're able to let it go. I don't even know how much they contemplate.
Yeah, I would think for a lot of them it's still kind of a thing, you know, but not like it used to be. When we used to, back in the day, evaluating pitchers, the first thing you started with was wins and losses.
Yep.
And that's one of the last things you talk about now.
Over the leaping Bregman as Turner laces it towards that left field corner, and Trey has a double. Yeah, I'm with you. I think the one thing that still holds is that, you know, a good chunk of the best pitchers usually end up winning games, right?
Yeah, and well, what was it? Felix Hernandez years ago won the Cy Young Award with 12 wins,
yeah.
12 and 9, something like that. That would not have happened back in the day.
Nope.
It's actually it's a more honest evaluation.
Yes. Line drive caught out of the air, softly hit, and Horner right there. Nice to have Matthew Boyd back. Cubs lead it midway in the 5th. Back to Wrigley, bottom of the 5th. And Alex Bregman at the plate. Back in the third inning, Bregman drilled one to center field. That's how close he came to getting himself a homer. And then when they let him know, he got back to the dugout. JD said a couple more French fries, maybe a few more push-ups.
Yeah, and to bulk up a little bit. Open up that can of spinach. It's a Popeye reference for those of you who don't know. Popeye was a cartoon sailor man who would eat spinach and get really strong.
And great forearms.
Yeah. Something like that. Remember he had that laugh? Not quite like that.
Kind of.
The other way to base hit, and Bregman with a 3-hit night.
Type that paper. Just kind of a lazy slider out over the plate a little bit. Hit it where it's pitched.
Ian Happ's knocked in a couple, 1 for 2. JD, I have a good feeling right here. Can I make a request?
Yeah, go ahead.
If Ian Happ goes deep right here, will you make the Popeye sound again?
I don't think I made the Popeye sound yet. I mean, I tried to make the Popeye sound, but I don't think I quite got there.
Bregman at first, nobody out. Ian, by the way, has now been on base 14 straight games and on 28 times over that span. On the ground, Bohm will go to second for 1, and that's all they'll get.
This is the all-new 2026 Nissan Sentra. With the most standard features of any sedan in its class, it means you can have your cake and drive it too. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get a low $289 per month lease on Sentra.
And now it's Seiya Suzuki.
You know, we highlighted, or I should say I highlighted Seiya in our keys to the game. And so far he has struck out looking and bounced into a double play.
That is crushed. Left center field. Gone.
That's more like it.
Seiya Suzuki, key to the game. 6-2. And he's homered in back-to-back games.
Yeah, I think that's the way it goes with sluggers. They tend to come in bunches. Power surge from Seiya and Bush. This home run is brought to you by Hefty strength you can trust. A little cement mixer. Clobbered.
We're going to need another look at that between Bregman and Suzuki. As Bush got that off the end of the bat, and it'll fall in front of Schwarber. And Michael will take it. It's a 2-hit night.
Well, let's go back to the third inning. Michael Bush's first home run of the year. And this replay is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. He goes oppo. Came right after that ground ball double play off the bat of Seiya Suzuki.
Visit to the mound, and right now things are quiet in the Phillies bullpen. Rob Thompson's team has dropped 7 in a row. And now it's Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 2. Hard but foul. Talking to Dansby pregame, we were just talking, you know, he's walking a ton, yes, but the amount of pitches in the strike zone, he's seeing 41.2% of the pitches in the zone. It's the 5th lowest in the majors. He's just not seeing strikes for whatever reason. And he talked about the idea. He said, I am not used to being able to contribute without getting hits. And you know, you're looking at it right now, and you're talking about a .330 on base percentage, which is well above league average, while he's hitting .182. He's come up with some big homers, but they basically have not been offering him much to hit in the zone, and he has said, fine, I'll take my walk.
And that's not easy to do when you're hitting 182, because the tendency is to want to chase hits.
Yep. You
want to try to, you know, start to put the ball in play, collect some hits, and drive that batting average up. But over his last 13 games, got a .393 on base percentage, .535 slug with 4 home runs. So he's doing his piece.
No doubt. I mean, he's got a lot to do with why Nico Hoerner has so many runs batted in, and how this lineup is operating so efficiently. Lance, it's been fun to watch so many different guys contribute in this lineup, and even though Dansby's batting average isn't great, the walks are contributing in a big way.
Absolutely, yeah. I brought this up to him the other day, and I unfortunately used the term passive. I was like, Dansby, you seem a little bit more passive at the plate. He went, no, it's not passive. You got to kind of flip your brain. I'm only swinging at things that I know I can do damage on. I know this is very similar to something Taylor mentioned the other night, but that is the resounding point. When you bring this idea of passivity up to players, they often are not thinking that they're more passive. It's just, no, I'm trying to swing where I know I can barrel the ball.
Yep. He's done a really good job with it.
Yeah, it's one of those buzzwords, isn't it? Passive, as you know, as opposed to say patient.
Yeah.
Or discerning. And by the way, great graphic, Chris Camp, on all the walks by Walker leaders.
Yeah. Fly ball left field here. Schwarber making the catch. JD, I think you're discerning.
If I were discerning, I wouldn't be up here trying to do a Popeye impersonation, would I? Well, it's a good thing you didn't put that on me with the Seiya home run.
Amaya pops this one up. And Marchand makes the catch. And the Cubs leave a couple, but Seiya Suzuki puts a charge into one, and the Cubs add on. Locked in.
Anniversary of the 2016 World Championship. Our Prevagen memorable moment takes us back on this day in 2016 when Anthony Rizzo homered for the 3rd consecutive game as the Cubs roughed up the Reds 8-1 in Cincinnati. John Lester followed up Jake Arrieta's no-hitter on the prior night by pitching 7 innings of 1-run ball. The Cubs are now off to a 13-4 start to their memorable season.
Oh, the memories, the reunion will take place right after the All-Star break. Ben Brown, the 0-1 is in there. It's 0-2. Reyes, then Garcia, then Bohm. Boog, JD, and Lance with you here at Wrigley on a Wednesday night as we move to the 6th.
What do you want to do here? A little chase curveball? High cheese.
Lance, he's actually thrown the sinker a bit this season. That's a change from last year.
It absolutely is. Yeah, you see top line there. Sinker is a pitch that he had not thrown in his career prior to this season. He's thrown it 36% of the time to right-handed hitters as Reyes flies out to PCA here in center field. I talked to Ben Brown the other day. He said that he cannot imagine going through a lineup right now without this sinker. And it's kind of crazy to me just because he hadn't thrown this at any point in his career. Now he picks up the pitch, and it's something that he can't live without. He also feels like it's in the natural arm path of his curveball compared to his four-seam fastball. So for him, it was a very easy thing to just pick up and go with. But very interesting, a guy can go his entire career without throwing a pitch, and now it becomes vital to him.
Well, you remember last year it was the changeup that he was trying to implement, and I don't think he ever really got comfortable with it.
One to Garcia. And that one misses inside. Good life. Oh, that's sinker at 97.
Yeah, well, that's what that pitch can do for him. Right on right, he can run that ball in on the hands of a big, strong guy like Garcia and chase weak contact.
Here's a 2-0. Well, that's in there for a strike. Garcia's been an all-star a couple of times. Won a Gold Glove. Phillies signed him to a one-year deal. Line drive and a base hit into left field with one out, a man aboard.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and much-watched moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. 847-825-4783. Ask for Vuk.
Alec Bohm, 1 out of 2. And that's in for a strike. Cubs and Phillies will wrap up this series tomorrow, and we'll play a little 120 affair as the Cubs will send Edward Cabrera to the mound against Christopher Sanchez.
Hey, tickets still available for that series finale tomorrow afternoon with the Phils, and then we'll be done with Philadelphia for the regular season. Kind of crazy. Span of a week, basically. Good pitch.
Bohm gone. As Ben Brown uses the sinker and gets the punch out. Lance, good stuff right there, as that one was designed to kind of start on the outside edge and then just come back and get just enough of the corner, and it did.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing, if you want to zoom out too and think about sinkers generally, for the last like 8 or so years, we've been pretty stagnant around 16% or so usage of the pitch league wide. This year, between 25 to 26, we have a percentage point jump. It's actually the first percentage point or greater jump in sinker usage since 2009, 2010. So perhaps we see a little resurgence of this pitch.
Yeah, it's a pitch that I'm not going to say it died off, but it was, I mean, it was quite in vogue in the 90s and the early 2000s. And what ended up happening is that so many of the launch angle swings basically matched the path of the sinker. And the average standard sinker was getting waffled for a home run is what ended up happening.
Yeah, well, it used to be there were a lot of guys in the league that were sinker slider guys. They worked east and west, so the two-seamer moved one way, their slider would move the other, and then as time went by and guys started trying to launch the baseball, the value was in the four-seamer, the elevated four-seamer, that an uppercut swing doesn't do you a whole lot of good. So we saw a lot more four-seamers up. And it's interesting too. There's a changeup.
I think a challenge.
Catcher's challenge to call the ball.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. You saw Amaya just kind of shrug, and it's a strike.
Call's overturned. Chicago retains one challenge.
Yeah, he kind of gave a, not sure, but I think so, and he was right. But I think, you know, we call everything a sinker. Like two-seam fastballs are just called sinkers. Some sink, some just tail.
That's right. Yeah. And that one is in there. Stott is gone. And Brown pitches around a one-out single.
We welcome you to the broadcast booth, brought to you by Budweiser. Cup fans, for 150 years, this Bud's for you. Last week, we were in Philadelphia, and my fine partner over there, Mr. Shambi, made some comments about the Philly Fanatic being the premier mascot in all the land. And this guy here has got some beef. And he's got his trophy, which, let me see that trophy, Clark.
He's the mascot.
Read it, Boog.
It's the 2025 mascot of the year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not even, it's like, there's not even any arguing with it. So, like, StatCast is giving you mascot of the year, and I'm sitting there just saying, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Clark,
yeah, man,
Clark, when you heard that on the broadcast, what did you? How did you feel? It had to be just.
I feel
heartbreaking.
Shame. I feel shame right now. I know.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at those two.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make it up to you, really. I was wrong. I was wrong. And I mean, you have the hardware right there.
Number one in all the land right there.
Yeah. Take you to dinner?
I think he's looking for a dinner invite.
Yeah, that's fine. You got a place that serves good honey? Yeah.
Oh, salmon. He wants a piece of salmon.
Oh, he wants some salmon.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll get you some salmon. Liner caught. It just came out. I was born there. I will tell you this. Like, I owe you. It's just not right. I don't feel good about it.
Now he's not going to sleep tonight, Clark. No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What about?
Me and you will go to dinner on Boog with. Oh, you're going to take me too. I'm in. Yeah.
I don't know that I want you to come, Jim.
No. It's whatever Clark wants, Clark gets.
Okay, fair enough. Did the league give this out? Who voted on this? MLB mascots. The mascots voted. So like your peers voted you as the guy. Yeah, I screwed it up. I'm sorry. John Shambi, Jim DeShays, and the 2025 mascot of the year. He's Clark. He's the best in the business. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I love you. Best mascot in baseball. And Ben Brown fires in a strike to Justin Crawford. Today, you know, today's Earth Day.
Yeah, that's right. It is. Happy Earth Day, everybody.
Chris Kampka nugget. Tonight is the Cubs' 22,441st consecutive game played on Earth. On the backhand, Bregman unloads quickly, and Bush can't quite get it. Michael's trying to hold on to the base, and I'm assuming that'll go as an infield hit.
Really nice glove work here by Bregman. Throws just a little bit offline. Had to hurry with Crawford going down the line, and that will indeed be an infield hit. Most ground balls on the infield are to the pull side. Usually when you hit the ball the other way, it's usually in the air, but Crawford's swing path is such that he will hit the ball on the ground to the opposite field.
That's it for a strike to Marchand.
Just a reminder to the Cubs, with one challenge left, the Phillies are out of challenges, ABS challenges, that is.
Oh, 2. Got him to swing and miss, struck him out.
Nasty curveball here from Brown, gets the job done.
So one away man at first. Cubs lead at 6-2. We're in the 7th. And Amaya challenges.
Catcher's challenging the ball.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's a strike. Well done, Miggy.
Stay hot, Miggy.
Overturned. Chicago retains one challenge.
And that's in there for a strike.
Schwarber and Harper both homered in the game last night for the Phillies. They're doing their piece. Their numbers are good. It's just the supporting cast has really struggled.
Oh, 2. And Schwarber wouldn't bite that time. Kyle is struck out, grounded out, and grounded into a double play. And playing the outfield for the first time since August 23rd of last year. It's been a bit. Oh, good pitch.
Changeup.
Wow. Froze him with the changeup.
You know, that pitch typically that's designed actually to get chased, right? You're trying to throw that ball moving down below the knees. This time it stays up at the knees. Schwarber gets caught looking.
First one to Turner. Fouled back.
That's the 9th Philly to strike out here tonight. Boyd got 5, and that's number 4 for Ben Brown.
Cubs trying to make it 8 straight wins. 0-1 to Turner. And that one back to the backstop. JD, the Cubs coming into tonight at a +37 run differential. That was 3rd best in the majors. So they're playing good.
Yeah, playing really well. All phases, Boog.
All phases.
Look out. Watch your lips, Trey Turner.
Playing well in the mascot phase as well.
Yeah, we got it all going on.
Found that out.
Starting pitching, relief pitching, scoring runs, making plays, and out mascotting the competition.
Flying around making plays.
Maya wants this ball down. Whoop. Tried to overthrow it, it looked like to me. And Maya saying, yeah, easy now. Easy, big fella.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trey Turner hitting here with a man at first. Top 7. Cubs lead at 6-2. Got him to swing and miss. Struck him out. And Ben Brown pitches around a leadoff single. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years, this Bud's for you.
Tonight's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Chicago Bandits outfielder Bella Dayton.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya! On 1, on 2, on 3, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the game. Don't win, it's a shame. Lawrence, 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. Let's get some runs!
So here's Ian Happ. As that pitch is bounced foul and it's 0-1. Alan Ronhell taking over.
Yeah, he was just called up from AAA yesterday. The bullpen has been used a lot here lately. Got some tired arms. They need their guy Sanchez to come out here and deal tomorrow.
This guy's got some funk. And Happ, no argument.
How far did it fly? Brought to you by American Airlines. And back-to-back days now with long balls from Suzuki. Not as far as yesterday's. Hit it on to Waveland yesterday. This one got the job done though. 388 feet for home run number 2 for Suzuki. Score your next flight at AA.com. Yeah, I'm trying to think who he reminds me of with that delivery. It's almost like we used to call it the Iron Mike, the old pitching machine that over the top.
Right over the top. Line drive ripped out into left center, and that's a base hit for Seiya. So a homer and now a single.
Knight did not start particularly well. He struck out bouncing in double play, but he flipped the script. Home run, solid single. Ooh. Uncle Charlie. And there's a lot of arms and legs coming at you, and he flips that 73-mile-an-hour curveball up there.
Upstairs outside.
Lance, what do you got on Ron Hell? You got a comp for us?
I do have a comp for you. Yeah, I'm going to go Alex Vesia from the right side. But the big thing to point out is 505 pitchers this year have thrown. Ron Hell has the second highest arm angle, so that'd be taking a line from his shoulder to the ball, super vertical, which is, I think, that iron mic you're talking about, JD.
Yeah, the Vesia, that's a good
That's
call.
a great comp.
This guy has paid his dues. He's been a professional since 2015. The first signed was Atlanta. And 11 major league innings under his belt coming into play tonight.
From Hermosillo, 28 years old. Hermosillo, Mexico. Watson swings through that.
My brain is really weird.
Why?
Well, you mentioned he's from Hermosillo, and I immediately went, whatever happened to Michael Hermosillo, who was with the Cubs a couple of years back?
I think he was in camp with somebody this year, was he not?
I don't know. According to Fangraphs, he last played in the big leagues with the Cubs in 2022. He was a minor leaguer with the Yankees in 2023. I don't know, maybe he went overseas. I don't know.
He last played in 24 in the Mexican League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he play for Hermosillo? Do they have a club? That would have been really something.
He played for Obregón.
Oh.
According to MLB trade rumors, Hermosillo is actually a coach in the Dodgers organization.
All right.
Outfielder base running for High A Great Lakes.
There we go.
Good find, Lance. From this area, I believe.
Yeah, he is.
A real good football player.
Yep. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom 7. Cubs on top 6-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Dansby retired. Folks, our beautiful shots from our Megalodon camera powered by Nissan. Shout NissanUSA.com. Go Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Corbin Martin is pitching. And Bryce Harper is hitting. Cubs lead it 6-2. We're in the 8th.
Harper hit a home run last night off Riley Martin, so Craig Counsell wisely goes to his other Martin tonight. I've been working for just the 3rd time and just the 5th time this season, including his work down at AAA. He had been injured.
There's a great song that I love by a band called Two Door Cinema Club, and the name of the song is Undercover Martin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I might send it to you. You can listen to it on the way home. It's really good.
Yeah. Corbin Martin signed out of Texas A&M. He was a second-round pick, 2017, by the Astros. His hometown team is from Hempstead in the Houston area. Debuted with the Stros, big league time with the Diamondbacks in 21 and 22, and then 17 appearances with the Orioles last year. Cubs brought him to camp on a minor league deal.
Fastball upstairs. I was just using our talkback technology, which allows me to talk to the truck, and all of you can't hear it, but I was just discussing with Chris Kampka. I was asking him who's the all-time WAR leader among Martins. One hop. Wow, that was scorched. And Swanson collects.
Chuck and duck and get your man, though. It was like Martin threw one up and in on Harper, and then Harper responds with a lean right back at his coconut. Corbin able to take evasive action, and Dansby there and make a play for him. Billy Martin?
I think that's a decent guess. Yeah, Russell.
Oh,
Martin.
Russell Martin, yeah. Although his name is really Martin because he's from Quebec.
It's a great point. What about that, Kampka?
Jerry Martin.
Jerry Martin. I remember Jerry Martin.
Pretty good pinch hitter, if I recall.
No doubt.
I think we're having a Martin off right now.
Yeah, we are.
Without even calling for it.
Yeah, it's a 3 Martin dinner. There's the 0-2. JD, just do the.
I heard Dean Martin hit it pretty hard.
Do the Popeye.
Not doing the Popeye.
Do the Popeye. One out, base is empty. Out at a left center field. Hat is there.
On Saturday in May the 2nd, the Cubs take on the Diamondbacks. First pitch 120, and the first 10,000 early arriving fans will take home a Kerrywood bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola. Don't miss this moment. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Well, whether you bring it home or not, I don't know, but you'll get one.
Yeah, you will.
And then maybe you can sell it for like, hey, $50. Somebody else could take it home. It's kind of fun to watch the turnover in the Cubs bullpen. I mean, it's due to injury, and so that part of it isn't fun. But to see these guys that weren't expected to be used in these leverage situations, certainly not this early in the season, getting this opportunity.
Bregman picks it up, throws, and Garcia is out. Corbin Martin gets him 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, and the news is good at Wrigley. Cubs 6, Phillies 2. The return of Matthew Boyd, his first start since April 1st. He goes 4 2/3, 5 punch-outs, didn't walk a soul, couple of earned runs. Yeah, the Cubs tonight getting home runs from Seiya Suzuki and Michael Busch. Says Ballesteros 0 for 3 here tonight.
Go ahead, big fella, if you like it.
And that's in for a strike.
Yeah, not so much.
No.
It's all right. He wants to hit.
Time call.
Good mound visit here because the clock was about to run down.
Mets, by the way, hang on, beat the Twins 3-2. And so their 12-game losing streak is over. The Cubs can hang on and win tonight. The Phillies will have lost 8 in a row.
The Cubs will have won 8 in a row, matching the longest winning streak in baseball this year. I think the Padres won 8 in a row not too long ago.
Facts. Hit hard, fair ball down the line. That's going to kick off the sidewall. Ballesteros on the go to second, and he's in. Mo's got a double. Typing his way into second.
Ball hard on the ground back in the 4th inning. And Reyes was able to make a play on him. Not this time. Pitches up, and he smokes it. And off he goes. Garcia's got a cannon out there and right. Perfect throw, maybe gets him. Throw wasn't perfect. And Mo's got himself a 2-base hit. Keeps typing that resume. I'm 22. I hit line drives. I take walks. I hit homers.
First one to Amaya, misses upstairs.
Been playing the big leagues for about 14 years and make a lot of money.
Lots. Whole lot of money.
And I got a swaggy belt.
Belts.
Belts, plural.
Yeah, multiple swaggy belts. Up the middle, and that's Bryson Stott. And now it's PCA. Little flare into center field, and it falls for a base hit. Have a night, Pete. 7-2 as Ballesteros comes in. 3rd hit of the game for Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, with that infield pulled in, just a little scoop, little gap wedge into shallow center field, gets one home. And insurance runs are brought to you by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and People's strategy partner.
Nico Horner steps out asking for time.
$13 hits for the Cubs here tonight. They've had a hit in every inning except for the 6th. That's the only time they went down in order tonight. Last night they banged out a bunch of hits, also took 10 walks, forced the Philly pitchers to throw 194 pitches in the ball game last night. It's been a relentless attack.
Yeah.
Right at their average on this win streak at 7 runs here tonight.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes.
Yeah, he did.
JD, look at the lineup tonight. Horner, Bregman, Happ, Suzuki, Bush, Swanson, Ballesteros, Amaya, and PCA. And just start with this idea. Just indulge me for a second. How many homers is Nico going to hit this year?
17.
Bregman?
24.
Happ?
29.
Suzuki?
29.
Bush?
28.
Swanson?
22.
Runner goes, throw to second, too late. How many's Ballesteros going to hit?
14.
Amaya?
9.
PCA?
21.
I mean, I like your picks. By the way, we just did, like, you remember you ever hear Mike and the Mad Dog from New York they would just sit there and go through the NFL football schedule with the Giants, and it'd just be like, one guy, Russo, would be like, Week 1 Falcons, that's a loss. And they would just do the whole schedule and just do, that's a win, that's a loss. I love what you just did. By the way, I think your numbers were excellent. But the point is, that lineup's going to score a lot of runs, man. If you got a lineup where everybody can take your bridge, you got to look out.
Absolutely.
Cubs enjoying a 7-2 lead.
Ben Brown in relief of Matthew Boyd here tonight. He's been stacking together one good outing after another. 2 1/3 tonight. 3 hits, no runs, struck out 5, did not walk a man, and stuff was really good. Lance was talking about a sinker. He used that effectively. Threw a couple real good change-ups. Of course, the curveball, always a big weapon for Ben. And they turn it over to Hobie Milner now to try to finish this thing. 11th appearance for the veteran lefty, and he's been good. 1.69 the ERA. One scoreless for Corbin Martin. And now Milner.
Now Hobie, who came up in the Phillies system, was drafted by him in 2012 out of the University of Texas. He wasn't really going anywhere. And the minor league pitching coordinator said, watching him field, he would throw from this sidearm position. He said, I think you should contemplate it. And when he was at Double-A, he started to do it towards the end of the 2015 season. He also had a really good knuckleball. And I mean, when they're telling you drop down and then they're saying, you know what, we're going to turn you into a left-handed knuckleballer. But that's what they did. And he eventually balked at the idea and said, no, I'm going to try really perfecting the sidearm. But if you look at the way he comes set, it's almost like he's just finished fielding a ground ball. Just kind of hunched a bit. That one sliced into right and a base hit. So we were talking and he told me, yeah, I have video of my knuckleball. Check this out. This is Hobie Milner in spring of 2016. That's a knuckleball darting down. That one gets away. That's Rhys Hoskins at the plate, by the way. And that one in there for a strike. And I did not ask him if he was ever tempted to
break it out
here.
Yeah. Well, he's probably saving it for a rainy day.
But like,
well, a couple things. One, it tells me they really like the player. They're trying to find a way for him to have success, right? And they probably felt like he was a good enough athlete where he might be able to do something drastic like that and find success. And the other piece of it, I think it would be really hard to throw a knuckleball from that angle. You think about all the knuckleballers, they throw like catchers. It's kind of a short arm, close to the ear, tight delivery. So to be able to throw an effective knuckleball from down there is is really unique.
He debuted in 2017. That funky arm angle. He's got 10 years in the bigs. Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, Texas, the Angels, and now he's a Cub. And it's pretty unique. I mean, when you go horizontal release point leaders, and it's advanced metrics powered by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com. I mean, he's coming at you. I mean, really from the side.
Yeah, he's the opposite of Ron Hell.
Yeah, that's right.
Over the top righty, countered by the drop down lefty.
He's 35 years old, though, from Fort Worth, Texas. I just think as a story, it's, I mean, you got to want it, man. Speeding in, PCA makes the catch. Downstairs and Lance.
Yeah, you mentioned Hobie's horizontal release point. So I would think of that as like, okay, draw a line in the middle of the rubber, and then how far to the left are you releasing the ball? So Hobie releases the ball further towards first base than anybody in baseball. But the big thing here is that he's been #1 in terms of being far over to first for each of the last 5 seasons. So this is 2022 until now. Back in 2021, he was surpassed by Kyle Ryan, and he also moved to this more dramatically over towards first base position between that 2020 to 2021 area. Shifted over to be even more of an outlier. It's such a weird look for a left-handed hitter.
And it induces swings like that.
Yeah. And he's got a real good self-awareness of what his body does. That's a tough pitch. Woo. It was fun talking to him about it. Of course, we documented earlier in the year his dad, Brian, who is the youngest player in the Blue Jays franchise history as a catcher, as he gets Crawford. Hobie with out number 2. It's 11 strikeouts for the Cubs to help AbbVie's Striking Out Cancer Initiative. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities.
And that's 11 strikeouts without issuing a single walk here tonight.
Continue to get excellent pitching. And that's a strike. I think I'm going to ask him to have Miguel Amaya put knuckleball on the pitch count.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Just as an option.
Yeah.
Cubs lead at 7-2. They're a strike away. 2 outs in the 9th. Bounced foul of third. At the conclusion of our game, Cubs post game live, it'll be Cole Wright and Elise Menaker as will come your way from our Marquee Sports Network studios. Marchand back in. 1-2.
Yeah, why not? Could be a game ender.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's a strike. Ball game. The game is over, and the Cubs win 8 straight. 8. Ain't it great?
8 is not enough. We'll go for 9 tomorrow.
You know it.
And there's one of the heroes, Seiya Suzuki, back-to-back nights with a home run now. And for that reason, we encourage you to sing the song.
Please. Well, you talk about two teams going in opposite directions at the moment. The Cubs in all phases of the game, JD, looking strong, and for the Phillies just trying to find a way to come up with a win.
Yeah, and nice to welcome Matthew Boyd back. He went 4 2/3, allowed 2 runs here tonight, turned it over to the bullpen. Brown, Martin, and Milner all rock solid, shut down the Philly lineup. The Cubs really putting on a real nice show here for these fans lately.
For Jim DeShays, Lance Brozdowski, and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final, the Cubs win it 7-2. Tomorrow, it's the finale of this 4-game series. Edward Cabrera, Christopher Sanchez, your scheduled starters. Coverage begins at 12:30. Up next, Cubs postgame live. Cole Wright, Elise Menaker. Cole, it's 8 straight.
Ooh, it has a fantastic ring to it and a challenge for the finish, even though the Philadelphia Phillies haven't really been very challenging, Elise.
You know what? Maybe the Cubs are just making it look that way, too, because they're making the game look pretty easy right now, the way they go about it.
Yeah, strike 3 on Marchand, but it was the Cubs who were in beast mode tonight. We'll tell you much more about it. That and more, it's next right here on Cubs Postgame Live.